In 1200 BC, the empires of Egypt, Mycenae, and the Hittites were at peak prosperity, controlling vast territories and massive wealth. They operated in a sophisticated, interlocking network. These civilizations traded deeply with one another, establishing history's first globalized economy. Their engineering matched their economic scale. Look at the precision-cut stone blocks and the massive carved lions of the Mycenae Lion Gate. Building structures this permanent required coordination, resources, and domestic stability. But that high-level coordination came with a hidden cost. By weaving their societies together, they created a system where a single point of failure could destabilize the entire network. When this network collapsed, popular history blamed a convenient villain, the Sea Peoples, a mysterious invading armada. We know about them from evidence like this Egyptian relief, which depicts foreign warriors and prisoners clashing with the pharaoh's army. The flaw in that theory is that empires with standing armies and fortified cities do not crumble overnight because an enemy fleet arrives on their shores. To find the true cause, we must move past the invasion narrative and conduct a systemic audit of the ancient supply chain. The ancient economy ran on one technology, bronze. Whether it was a sickle for harvesting crops or a spearhead for the military, domestic survival relied on this specific metal. Making it requires a strict recipe. You need copper, which was plentiful on the island of Cyprus, but copper alone is too soft for durable tools. It has to be alloyed with a second ingredient. That second ingredient is tin. Tin was exceptionally rare in the Mediterranean. They had to import it from mines thousands of miles away, deep in Central Asia or Northern Europe. This map illustrates the fragility of their market. This single trade route, stretching from Central Asia down into the Mediterranean, was the only way to get the tin needed to merge with Cypriot copper. The survival of these empires relied entirely on keeping those international maritime shipping lanes open and functioning perfectly. The trigger that broke this system doesn't come from ancient texts. We found it using modern forensic science. Here we are looking at an ice core sample. By analyzing the layering in ice like this and in deep-sea sediments, scientists can reconstruct historical weather patterns. The data shows a massive anomaly. Around 1200 BC, the eastern Mediterranean entered a severe, multi-decade mega-drought. The rains stopped. This environmental shock destroyed regional agricultural production, stripping away the food security that these centralized palace economies needed to function. The mega-drought immediately paralyzed the local food supply. Widespread crop failures left the palace administrators with no surplus to distribute to their populations. Starvation forced people to move. Ordinary citizens, farmers, and royal mercenaries were uprooted, transforming into desperate bands of migrating climate refugees searching for food. These displaced populations were the so-called Sea Peoples. They were a symptom of widespread famine, not a coordinated invading army. As these refugees migrated, they overwhelmed neighboring states. Localized collapses spread outward, physically snapping the trade lines that connected the empires. With the maritime arteries severed, the flow of rare tin vanished. Without tin, the copper nodes turned lead and shut down. The bronze industry came to a halt. When you can no longer forge tools to harvest crops or weapons to defend borders, administrative power evaporates. The system crashes. The Bronze Age collapsed inward because its rigid supply chain lacked the flexibility to survive a single point of environmental failure. Look at the ruined stone foundations of the Ugarit settlement. Compare this desolation to the thriving harbors we started with. The collapse was total. Now look at this modern port. Our current economy relies on a network of shipping containers that manages the flow of food, fuel, and technology across every border. History proves that prosperity through globalization comes with specific vulnerabilities. When foundational systems fail, even the most powerful civilizations will fall.